Welcome back to the Green Means Go channel. It's your host, me. I'm typically not a hat guy, but the occasion calls for it today. We need Tampa in a big way. More on that later. Yesterday was ugly. We got lucky with Houston money line. It was about the only thing we can boast about. Here's the deal. I've been preaching prices every single day, and as I keep trying to refine my process, I was thinking last night because I often see guys hit home runs that I looked at that I liked matchup wise, but I ultimately didn't talk about because of their price. And again, don't misunderstand me. Prices do matter; they're very important. But if the ball ain't flying, how much does the price matter? So I changed my approach today slightly. I went through the slate. Before I looked at any prices, I wrote down guys that I thought matched up well, that I think have a great chance to hit home runs. And then I just simply put the price in. Now, that allows me to get comfortable picking guys that I like. And if I don't like the price, I don't have to play it. But I need to find a rhythm. And I have been rhythmless. I have been completely out of touch the last 2 weeks, really. I'm surprised this video is going to get as many views as it is. If I was you and you were me, I'd stop watching me if I was you. Holy cow. Down 12 units on the year. It's time, right? The rally hood didn't work. The rally hood flat out did not work. Okay? We need to call in the big guns. Our rating system's going well, so that's good. If you want to sign up for Novig, you can. You get some money, I get some money, and you may get more money if we get 25 signups. Let's talk about today. Game in Tampa. I'm optimistic, as you can see here. I give it a green rating again. I think the prices for Miami are good. We're not talking prices, but I do. I like Kyle Stowers and I like Jesus Sanchez before I even check the price. And Drew Rasmussen has been very good for Tampa, so it does make me nervous. I didn't end up playing either of those guys, but I think their prices are fair at worst. And then for Tampa Bay, just pick some left-handed batters. These guys have been cranking. It looks good. Their matchup is soft. I like the spot. Game in Milwaukee let us down yesterday. Was there a home run in that game? Maybe. I don't think there was, or there was one. There wasn't very many, if there were any. Oh, yeah. Durbin walked it off. That was it. Jackson Merrill, Gavin Sheets, and Christian Yelich, and Jake Cronenworth, I think all had good matchups. I didn't look at the prices until I did. When I did, 500, 650, 575, and 700, I would be fine with any of those. I did not play any as straights. Game in Pittsburgh, I saw the pitching, I saw the park factors, and I decided it was a bad investment. Now listen, I'm not saying that home runs won't be hit in that game. But I'm saying if you take this exact game with pitching and park factors and you simulate it and you play it 100 times, I think over the long term, you're not going to come out positive because there's going to be so few home runs over the long term that it's not a good spot. There may be 6 home runs hit here today. You may get the anomaly game today, but I'm looking at this as overall, it's a bad thing to get into. I'm staying away. Game in Washington. Looks like it's going to be a Texas bullpen game. If you like chalk, Corey Seager. I also like Josh Smith, Jonah Himes, and C.J. Abrams. All from a matchup perspective. I think all of their prices are fine as well if you want to play either of them, any of them. Game in Cleveland. Tanner Beebe has been bad. The Astros are pitching I believe Beebe has 14 home runs in 12 games. We'll just start there. The Astros are pitching a guy who has only had one major league start. So he's a little bit unknown. But when I looked through his minor league stuff and I looked at his one start at Tampa Bay, a hard park to pitch at, a park where pitchers are getting hit hard and hit far and giving up a lot of runs, I believe he pitched 5 innings, had 3 hits, and he had 5 strikeouts. That's a darn good showing in Tampa Bay. And this Cleveland offense has not looked great as of late. Now the Houston Astros offense hasn't really either. We talked about this yesterday. But I think the Astros have a pretty sizable advantage. I think there's value in the market on the Astros, given the fact that I think the market is underpricing an unknown pitcher for the Astros when we have the data on Tanner Beebe and we see he has not been good. So Isaac Paredes, Jeremy Pena, Carlos Santana, Jose Ramirez, all were guys. I like them from a matchup perspective. I'm working some of them into round robins, but those are the guys I think have the best chance to hit home runs, and there are their prices. We're also going to have a prop play on Houston first 5. We'll talk about that later. Game in Detroit, I think, is a value spot. I don't think the pitching in the park are as bad as the prices are. Kerry Carpenter at $475 is good. Like that's a good price for Kerry Carpenter. Kyle Tucker 6-1 is good. That's a good price for Kyle Tucker. Also liked Parker Meadows matchup at $780. So I was shocked when I put these guys in, just strictly from a matchup perspective. I expected Kyle Tucker in the 400s. I expected Carpenter 350. So I was pleasantly surprised in this situation. Moving on. Game in Cincinnati is green all the way around. The pitching's not great. Zach Gallen is not the Cy Young winner that Zach Gallen was however many years ago. Did he win that? He was close if he didn't. He's not been that guy this year. And I believe Nick Martinez or Brady Singer is pitching and also struggled. Park conditions are great. Josh Naylor, Perdomo, Spencer Steer, Ellie De La Cruz, all guys I looked at, all guys who have good matchups. Christian Encarnacion Strand has been injured. He's come back, and I think he's hit 1, maybe 2 home runs since he's returned from injury. His price is yucky. His price is a little gross. But if you want a guy who just tries to hit bombs, kind of a Kyle Schwarber-esque individual, you can go with him. We'll work some of these guys into round robins. Game in Chicago is actually another sneaky one. I think there was a lot of good matchups here. Bobby Witt Jr., Michael Garcia, Michael Vargas, 2 Michaels. You want to do the Michael parlay? Am I saying they're Miguel? Maybe it's Miguel and Michael. Miguel and Michael. You ever watch that show on PBS? It's Maya and Miguel. It's Mike. It's my Miguel. It's Michael and Miguel. When will they crank one? I hope this afternoon. Wow, let me just take a breath. Luis Robert also. Mike Talkman, Andrew Benintendi, both look good. I think I'm going to make the thumbnail of this Miguel Vargas and Michael Garcia in a PBS Maya and Miguel style thing. Is that cultural appropriate? I'm not trying to be like, they both appear to be of Hispanic descent, maybe. I don't know. I think I'm not, is that offensive? I don't think that's offensive. I think it's cool. Michael and Miguel. It's Michael and Miguel. Will they crank one who we never can tell? Well, hopefully they do. Wow. Game in Minnesota. Typically not a park I like. A park that I think favors the hitter today. Addison Barger, that's a disgusting price. That was the first one where I was like, okay, this is ridiculous. I would have never even considered Barger. Sorry, Barger. Brooke, where you been? Brooke, are you in here today? Sorry, I apologize. Brooke always corrects me. Barger, he drives a barge. He's a boatman. Barger, Addison Barger. $295 is insane. George Springer, really good price, $750. Trevor Larnach, $390, good price. And Ryan Jeffers, $600. It's an interesting spot because I typically would fade this park, but I don't hate it. Game in St. Louis, Freddie Freeman, Max Muncy, Wilson Contreras, Pedro Pajes, and Michael Conforto. Another one that I typically don't love, but conditions look good, pitching looks bad, so I think you could get some action down. New York and Colorado, I think you have to go with New York left-handed batters here. I think Jared Young is grossly mispriced yet again. He hit 1 last night. He's hit 2 in the majors. He's been in the majors, 9 to 12 games. He's facing a righty in Dollander, who's not been good. He's in Colorado. Like, this should be 600 at worst, in my opinion. And I'm not saying he's going to hit another one back-to-back, but I'm just saying if this game is simulated 100 times, I think that price is too. I think he hits 1 out of every 8 games. Just say that. Francisco Lindor at 360, Hunter Goodman. Even though I don't think it's a good spot for the Rockies at all, Goodman matches up well. Last 4 games of the night. Again, these are all afternoon games. I think Oakland has an advantage. Jacob Lopez is pitching for Oakland. He's not been good, but I don't think Baltimore matches up well against him. Ramon Urias, $650. I like Dylan Carlson in the matchup, but no books have him listed. He's not injured. Very confusing. If he comes out, and he's above 600, I think it might be worth a play. Lawrence Butler, 400. Tyler Soderstrom, 350. I'm not as optimistic as I have been in the past few days, but I do lean advantage Oakland here. Game in San Francisco, no thank you. Game in LA, Randy Rosarina, Mitchell Garver, Taylor Ward, Logan O'Hoppe. Take it or leave it. I was shocked at some of these prices. I think they're lower than they should be. This is one where I'm like, okay, here's all the guys. Here's all the matchups. I like it. And then when I started putting prices, I was like, okay, this is another one where I probably would not have even suggested them had I known these were the prices. But again, we're changing our structure of this yet again to hopefully find a rhythm. And then the last game, I want to love it because it's Sunday Night Baseball. All eyes are on it. It's the only game on. There'll be some special boosts, but Carlos Rodon is pitching. Hunter Dobbins is pitching, which is great for Yankees batters. Rafaela, everybody's correcting me on this, and I still miss it. Rafaela, I think it's Rafaela. 880 on Profit X is fine. Jazz Chisholm at 575. Kind of surprised that's a decent price, and now I'm kind of having regrets of not playing it. Take that for what you will. All right, here are the plays officially for today. On Hard Rock, we're taking Houston in the first 5 innings. I talked about BB. I talked about this new guy for Houston. I think the new guy has the advantage in the pitching matchup, and he's the underdog. So, good spot, 0.2 units. If you'll remember, we earned a free bet a few days ago from DraftKings for doing something, and I said I would eventually turn around and play it. I'm playing it here. Minnesota money line, over 9 in Kansas City, Chicago, and the Mets money line. That's a free bet to win 0.32 units if we win. Then DraftKings has a profit boost today. Now, the annoying part is you have to bet college baseball. So I just ran a 2-leg favorite college baseball parlay to earn this boost. And I used the boost for 0.1 units on Rays money line, over 8 in Chicago, Detroit, Arizona money line, over 9, LA, St. Louis, to win about a unit if we cash that. Then FanDuel has a boost for a 30% any baseball wager. We're running a parlay of Jonathan Aranda and Freddie Freeman to win about 5 units. Then I got 2 round robins. Again, one that's more quote-unquote safe and one that's more quote-unquote risky, the risky one being less units. So for the safe one on FanDuel, Brandon Lau, Josh Naylor, Jeremy Pena, Jared Young, and Lawrence Butler. That could hit. All 5 of those guys could hit. And then for Camby, we're going Kerry Big Wood Carpenter with a guy with the name of Carpenter. How is he not familiar with the wood? I mean, how is he not going to just make way with wood today? His last name is Carpenter. Then we got Cam Swing Don't Missner, Tampa Bay guy. That's Cam Meisner, if you were curious. Then we got Michael Garcia later. That's what he's going to say to the ball. That's Michael Garcia for the Royals, if you're interested. Then we got G Sheets. I couldn't come up with anything. So if you got a clever G Sheets, Gavin Sheets, go ahead and throw it in the comments. And then we got Trevor Launch, also known as Trevor Larnick, but it's pretty close to launch, which is what he's going to do to the ball. That could hit too. If all 5 of those guys hit, I will bleach my hair blonde. Let's make another dare today. Let's do it. Let's make another dare today, right? Because that's what it took. It took me eating rice and shaving a mustache to get our big win. Let's make another one today, shall we? If we can get 3 guys in either of these, what do you guys want? What do you guys want? We'll do something. Top comment. We'll do top comment. Be reasonable. Top comment. 3 out of 5. 3 out of 5. We need a win. Love you guys. See you tomorrow.